What's going on? This is Julio from Guzman's Real Talk Podcast with Luis Rosario. This is episode 2. And we got Luis Rosario. We're gonna talk about depression, anxiety, how to meditate. A lot of people get anxiety attacks and they don't even know what to do when they get them. And who better than Luis Rosario? He been through everything. Luis Rosario, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hey, I'm Luis Rosario. I'm a first degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, um, ex military. I've dealt with PTSD symptoms from serving in 2 combat zones. Um, I was a mess for most of my life mentally, and until I started learning how to do yoga and meditation, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu kind of started it for me because that's kind of a moving meditation. And I had to retrain my brain in how to react to stress and how to basically calm down every day. And I became kind of an expert in meditating. I actually probably meditate for 2 to 3 hours a day throughout the day, and I have all kinds of techniques um, to basically quiet the mind. And it's a lot of work. But once you get to the place where you can quiet your mind, you'd be amazed at the benefits psychologically, mentally, and physically.
Well, I think you're the perfect person also because you have been married to a Puerto Rican girl for 15 years, and I was
And that was probably the catalyst for me to learn how to meditate. The misery of living with a Puerto Rican.
still good, man. Yeah, man. So what advice you give somebody that don't know how to act, don't know how to handle like anxiety attack, because
Right.
they don't know what to do.
Exactly. So once you get an anxiety attack, the number one thing you can do is to listen to your breathing. So the human brain can only concentrate on one thing at a time and focus. So what you do is you're having an anxiety attack. I don't know, your girl's tripping on you, your girl just dumped you, um, your kids are tripping. There's all kinds of things, stressors coming in your life. Your mind starts to freak out. It sends signals to your brain. It causes your body to tense up, and you feel a certain kind of way. And you're like, you get these crazy thoughts, and it's all a stress response. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to think about that breath going in. You're going to think about that breath going deep. You're going to hold that breath, and then you're going to squeeze your muscles. You're going to squeeze with that breath at its highest point, and you're going to think about love and affection, and you're going to think about beauty and all the things in the universe that you want to be beautiful, like the things that you believe in. Take that deep breath in, and you're going to think about that breath coming in. You're going to squeeze as you hold your breath. And then you're going to think, after you run out of breath, you're going to think about your breath leaving your body, and all the bad energy, all the anxiety is going to leave your body. At the end, you're going to think peace and love. And then you're going to do it again. In, squeeze, squeeze, and then you're going to let it out. Peace and love. And after doing that 5 or 6 times, it should reset your brain. You almost feel like a reset. Your brain should clear. All these feelings should go away. You should almost feel kind of feelings of euphoria. And it's almost like you're getting yourself high. And it is because, first of all, you're putting a lot of oxygen in your body. You're squeezing your muscles, your heart rate's going up, and you're clearing your mind of all the anxiety. And then after that, you can do that for 10 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. You'd be amazed how incredible you feel. And it's a very basic yogic breathing technique that the shaman's been doing for thousands and thousands of years.
So is that part of like the meditation, or meditation is a different subject?
That is the meditation. So your
Oh,
brain, instead of thinking about your baby mama, instead of thinking about your girl arguing with you, instead of thinking about your kid screaming, you're thinking about that breath. You're feeling it go up through your body. You're filling your body with oxygen. You're holding it. Then you're squeezing your muscles, and your heart rate's going up, and you're releasing all kinds of hormones and dopamine in the brain. Then you let it all out, and then you feel a feeling of euphoria. And that's what the meditation is. I mean, you can do techniques. Say you're walking out to your truck before you do your pre-trip at your job. You go and you just count your breaths. 1, 2. And as you're walking, you're just concentrating on your breath. Your mind releases. You're not thinking about your mortgage. You're not thinking about your investment properties. You're not thinking about your girl yelling at you. You're not thinking about this. You're just thinking about that breath. And it's taking your mind off of your problems, resetting your brain. That is the meditation. And you can do that 100 times a day for 30 seconds a day each, 10 seconds. Just get that reset. And that's what the meditation, it shows in all the medical studies. It drops your blood pressure, it drops your heart rate, it causes a release of stress. It drops, like people that do meditation, I think it's 40% less heart attacks, 40% less heart disease. It's crazy the science out there about meditation. And for some reason in American culture, people don't use meditation for mental health. They want to go right to the drugs. They want to go right to the pill. I need a pill for anxiety. I need Zoloft. I need sleeping medication. You do this shit before you go to sleep, you'd be amazed how fast you fall asleep. Bro, you clear your brain. Sometimes it takes you 20, 30 minutes to fall asleep. You do this sleep technique, this meditation, boom, you're out in 2 minutes. And you don't even know what happened. You wake up in the morning like, what the fuck? You don't even believe you slept 8. You're like, I just slept 6 hours. What the hell happened? Because you cleared your brain. Your brain's not thinking. It shuts off, and you get into deep sleep real quick. I do it every night before I go to bed.
So you don't recommend pills at all?
No,
Like your personal opinion,
no,
no pills. How
no,
about
no pill.
you left there for a second. All right. How about marijuana? I know a lot of people do marijuana and they be like calm, they be chill. How you feel
I
about
think,
marijuana?
when you use, and I know a marijuana is a plant from the earth, but just like anything, food, you can get addicted to cupcakes, bro. Right? You could become 400 pounds off of eating pizza. So anything could become addicting, but taking something like a breathing meditation, that I'm 100%, Jesus talks about this in the Bible: meditation, yoga, and breathing. So taking something that's natural to the human body, such as breathing, and using that to cure all your issues and not depending on an outside substance, I think as a human being is perfection. I think that, where I don't need that substance. I don't need to go out to the lab and and when I don't have my marijuana, then that causes me anxiety. Where I could be in an elevator with 25 people and I could breathe in that 2 minutes it takes to get to the 98th floor, and I did a meditation and I feel incredible. And I actually get high. I get a little freaking high off of it. And it's natural. It's me doing it. It's my body doing it. And I'm actually lowering my blood pressure. I'm lowering anxiety. I'm lowering stress levels. I mean, why add marijuana or whatever else other thing you want to add in when you don't have to?
Yeah,
I think a
yeah.
lot of people I think a lot of people self-medicate with marijuana because they don't even understand meditation. Because marijuana puts you in a meditative state. I've never done it, but I know from what I've read that the marijuana gets your brain to slow down like meditation does and concentrate on just relaxing. If you can do that naturally through breathing and meditating, why do you need the marijuana?
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of my idea. I mean,
Yep.
I begrudge anybody that smokes. That's
Yeah,
their choice. But I think there's better ways to do it. That's healthier.
yeah. Well, thanks to you, I've been practicing like law of attraction the last 2 years. Me personally, I think I had anxiety attacks before, but I just didn't know how to act to it because I didn't know what it was. I actually went to therapy for like 5 months. That helped me out big time. Um, what I was gonna tell you. So, law of attraction. I mean, because
Yes.
a lot of people don't believe in law of attraction. I believe in it, man. I mean, everybody always pray to God. Oh, thank God for this, thank God for that. But as soon as something bad happens, they're not thanking God. You gotta thank God at all times, man. You know what I mean? So,
What
can
you,
you
what you, what
explain?
you remember is the law of attraction, manifesting, that all comes from meditation. So there's vibrations on earth. Everything is a vibration. If you look at bad stuff like gangbangers, murderers, killers, robbers, they're on their own vibration. And if you ever notice, like if you know somebody that bad shit happens to them, no matter where they go, anywhere they go, it's like some shit pops off. It's because they're on that low level bad vibration, right? It's like a bad program in a computer. It just keeps crashing every day, crashing because they're not fixing that bad program. Good vibration, right? That's also there. It's the opposite of the bad vibration. You can tap into that. You could tap into the bad or you could tap into the good through meditation. So what you do is you use the meditation to calm your brain down, and then you envision the manifestation, right? The law of attraction. You're envisioning, you're like, you envisioned your rental property. You thought about it. You're like, what would it feel like to collect rent every month? What would it feel like to take money and put it in my bank account? You could actually feel it, right? I know you could when you were manifesting this. You
Yes.
could feel what it was like to go to your tenant's house and collect the rent. You could feel what it was like for them to call you up and the toilet was broken and to fix it. Like you felt it before you had it. And now that you have it, it's this very similar feeling. So you basically meditated and you tapped into the vibration of being a landlord and you manifested it and made it happen. You didn't know how you were going to do it, but all of a sudden you started researching, oh, I could get a 3% down loan. Oh, I could do this. And all of a sudden videos started popping up on YouTube and you started research. You started asking questions to the right people. And then all this came off of a meditation where you felt like I wanted to have a rental property.
Yes.
Anybody can do this with anything. You could do it on the bad level where you manifest, oh, that dude disrespected me and I'm going to kill him. Right now, you're manifesting his death. Now you're on a low vibration. Now you go buy a gun. Now you go down the street. Now you shoot him. Now you're on a murder trial. Now you're going to jail for life. They manifested that shit. So they were on that low level vibration. So we all can do this, good or bad. I choose to do all my manifestations on the beautiful level, on the good level, and I try to manifest everything into my life. And you got to remember, everything that's bad is called contrast. The universe wants to because if we had everything perfect all the time, what would we when would we know happiness? If we were always happy, we would not appreciate happiness. We would not appreciate good.
Yes.
The universe has to give you bad, tough times. So when you have a good time, you feel that love and appreciation for that good. Otherwise, we would just be spoiled and we wouldn't even know when it was good. We're like, oh, good is good all the time. This is boring.
Yeah.
So you got to get those bad things in your life. We call it contrast. That
Yeah.
contrast will make you appreciate all the beauty and good stuff. All those hard relationships, all those difficult relationships make you appreciate the woman that you meet when it's the love of your life. And you
Yeah.
learn all the lessons from the bad woman to please finally the good woman that you're going to treat right, because you learned how a horrible relationship is and you don't want that bad vibration. So now
Yeah.
you're on the good vibration and you want to culture and you want to love that woman that you appreciate because you learned what it was like to have a miserable relationship. You see,
Yeah.
so you got to have that miserable relationship to have that one and true only relationship. Otherwise, you won't appreciate that woman when you find her. So I
Yes.
believe there is no bad. I believe it's just contrast, which teaches us lessons to move into the next phase of our lives. And
Yeah.
we could use meditation to manifest all of this and to control the contrast so we don't freak out and we appreciate it, and then to use it to better ourselves. Just like this rental property, you're going to use any problems that you have on it to learn, and then the next rental property be a little easier and the next one a little easier and blah 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 until you got 10, 20 and you're a freaking expert.
Yes. Sometimes I feel like people bring depression on themselves. Like they're in a bad situation, let's say a bad relationship, for
Yep.
example. But they're good people, but they just keep going back to the same thing, same thing. Or for example, when somebody goes to the casino and lose money, and as soon as they lose money, they be depressed. You know what I mean? Instead of just stopping of
Hey,
going to the casino, stopping in that bad relationship, they bring depression on themselves, even though they're good people, but they just put themselves in bad situations. Like, what's your advice to people like that?
well, what a mood is, you ever hear like, oh, you in a bad mood, right?
Yeah, yeah,
What a mood is that when you wake up in the morning, you're fresh. Your mind is fresh. But what you start to do is think about all the bad stuff that happened to you yesterday. Think about all the bad stuff that happened to you last week. So now you get in on the vibration of all that bad and you bring it right till this morning, and then you remember the feelings of all that bad shit. I lost $500 at the casino. I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. I don't know what's going to happen. They might kick me out. And then you're taking all these feelings and you're putting them right into your heart and body when you wake up that next morning. And now that mood is past things that have happened, past contrasts. How about you just wake up, you meditate, you envision yourself getting your rent money, you envision yourself feeling good about paying your rent, you envision yourself only good things are going to happen to you, everything in the past is erased, you can't change it, and then you move forward and you try to build on how am I going to make the rest of my month better, so you're not living in the past in that bad mood, and you're living forward into making enough money to pay your rent, going to work, working overtime. Then all of a sudden overtime pops up, and then all of a sudden a six punch pops up. Now you got more money and you don't even know what happened, and you don't even remember that you lost 500 at the casino. But the difference is one person manifests, meditates, and pulls in that future love, happiness, and learning from the past. And the other person is going backwards, thinking about all that bad shit that happened to them and bringing it into their future. And now it's like you're dragging that bad vibration into your future, and you're just miserable. And that's what depression is. It's bringing that bad mood, all those negative things. Oh, my dad hit me when I was 9, and oh, my life's miserable and it's his fault. And every day you wake up, you bring that experience back into the future, and you live as a victim, and you just live, and it's horrible. And you're like,
You're yeah, okay. So
sorry,
my question is, I mean, obviously people do go through a lot of, tougher things than other people.
right.
As a kid,
But you can't change that.
yeah,
You can't. So why would you bring that into your future if you can't change the past? The only thing you could change is your future, meaning your behavior, how you feel, how you act, how you get money, how you get happiness, how you get relationships. If you drag that horrible shit from the past into the future, how is that horrible shit going to help you build on the positive shit? It's not. You let it go and you start from right here, right now. You relax, you meditate, and then you build on love and happiness and wonderfulness, and you don't let all that past shit affect you. That's how you reset your brain every single day through meditation.
so in the mornings, do you recommend like cold showers for meditation, or that's not called meditation when you take like a cold shower?
I do cold showers every day. I do it for the health benefits, but it is a form of meditation because believe me, when you jump into that cold shower at 4 a.m. or whatever time you get up for work, your brain isn't thinking about your mortgage. Your brain ain't thinking about the fights you got in with your boy or your girl. Your brain is thinking, oh my God, cold water. And your brain just goes, boom. And you sit in there for 3 minutes, bro. You'd be amazed. When you get out, you feel like you could punch through a wall, like the Incredible Hulk. You feel amazing. Your muscles are all pumped. You feel so good. The cold water, all the inflammation in your body decreases, your heart rate decreases, your blood pressure drops. You feel amazing. Dry off, little
Yeah.
deodorant, brush your teeth, out the door. You'd be amazed how awake and how good you feel. That's a form of meditation. That's a form of meditation.
Yes. What advice you give right now to somebody that's going through something like a tough time? They lost a parent, their husband or wife died. I mean, whatever the case is, like something real bad at the moment that they're going through stuff. But what
Every,
advice you give right now?
every that happens in your life, you might call it God. He might call him Allah. He might call him source energy. He might call him David. He might call him whatever God you pray to. Just remember the universe, I call it the universe. The universe is giving you a test to make you grow as a human being and eventually awaken, wake up. And when you're awakened is when your mind is connected to God's source. So remember that everything. Remember, you're like, oh, my mom, she died. Don't look at that your mom died. Look at the good part of it, that you got to have a relationship with your mother. There's a lot of people that never even meet their mother. So that 57 years, that 64 years, that 82 years, that 96 years, whatever she was here for, appreciate that you got to have a relationship with her for those 90 years or 86 years. Appreciate that you had her in your life. Why do you focus on the fact that she died and it's going to ruin the rest of your life because you don't feel like you could go on, or you're in a bad mood because you're taking that negative energy forward? No, be like, man, I was so lucky. I had a great mother. Thank you. Now you could pray every day and say, I hope you're doing good. And you can use that energy for positive.
So
Everyone wants to focus on the negative and they
yeah,
want to bring it to them, and it ruins your life, man. It
yeah.
ruins your life.
You made a good point, and you're absolutely right. And that's a good one. I never thought about it that way. But how about somebody that lost somebody, right? But that person ended up passing away, unfortunately, and that person was mad at that person. So now they felt some type of guilt. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right,
but what? How would they go about it? You know what I mean? Because they got that guilt. Like, oh, I had an argument with my son, and my son ended up
right.
passing away.
My son passed away. So how about learn a lesson from that experience, and every experience you have with every human being from this moment forward, I'm going to choose to learn that death as a learning experience. I'm going to take his death, I'm going to appreciate the good times we had. I loved him, we had a bad ending, but from now on, when I interact with every human being that comes in my life, I'm going to make it so if they die tomorrow, it's only going to be a positive memory of me.
Yes.
How about that? Go forward, take that negative energy, switch it to positive, and from now on, everybody that you meet in the future, or your siblings, or your sister, even your sister who's a pain in the ass, when she leaves you, you give her a hug and a kiss. You never did that before. Why are you doing that now? Because you know what? My son died. I didn't give him a hug and a kiss, and I'm not making that mistake again. I'm sorry. I keep getting a phone call.
All right.
I ain't making that mistake again.
Okay. Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
that's
saying? So I'm going to treat every relationship in my life from that day forward positively, and it's never going to happen again. And I take a negative and I make it positive.
okay. So you believe there is a cure for anxiety attacks? Because I know a lot of people they get anxiety from their jobs. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
they've been
absolutely. There's a cure. All you got to do is, I'm telling you, you do that breathing exercise that I showed you in the beginning. Even do it after we get off this podcast,
no,
Julio.
I do it. I'm just trying to educate
No,
the people
suck
that
your
don't know.
breath in,
Yeah.
hold it, squeeze all your muscles like you're a bodybuilder. Like just squeeze them, squeeze your legs, squeeze your calves, squeeze your chest, squeeze, and then let everything out. I mean, you're gonna feel some kind
How
of way. You're
about
gonna feel,
do you recommend music as meditation? Like, just to sit down and listen to music. Is that a
I
good
wouldn't say
technique?
like music with
Like
words.
not music, but I'm saying like meditation music. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
For
That's
what,
another
like
form.
10 minutes or so?
Yeah, 10 minutes. That's
But
another form of your brain concentrating on a because music is vibration. So your
yeah.
brain's concentrating on that vibration, and you're not thinking about all the other crap going on in your brain. Your brain resets. Now you control your future. If you want to bring all that old anxiety back in your brain, it's going to end up right back there. You're going to have to reset again. Or you say, from this moment forward, I'm only going to concentrate on love and happiness and all the good things in my life. And then you just move forward instead of living in the past and bringing that bad mood into your center. You don't want to do that. You keep doing that, and that's where anxiety comes from. Your body is creating a fight or flight response to negative behavior in your brain, and your body doesn't know what to do. It's like, holy shit, all this stress, your body does fight or flight, releases adrenaline, and that's where anxiety attacks come from. If you
Okay.
get rid of all that bad mood, all that bad negative thought process through meditation, and you only move forward and get love and happiness, your brain can't have any anxiety. You're good.
Yeah. Well, I'm 36, and like I said, I've been learning this for the last 2 years, so it's never too late to educate yourself. And something I learned, it was bad energy, man. Like if I feel something that is bad, I mean, sometimes it's like a 1% chance that energy. Sometimes it could lie because I felt bad about some certain people, but 99% of the time, bad energy, man. If you have bad energy about something, most likely it's because how you feel about that. You agree with me on that one?
I'll tell you, sometimes I meet people and I feel this energy of like love and affection. And I'm like, yo, I don't know who this person is, but I'm on their vibrational level. Like I could hang out with this person all day. And then sometimes I feel this person, you can feel their vibration is off. You're like, ooh, yeah, yeah, we can't chill. Sorry, you're a good dude, whatever on your level, but I can't be around your vibration because
Yeah.
I'm only hanging with this type of vibrational energy. Like when you hang out with and I hate to say this, like broke people, right? Like people that are always shit happens to them. Their cars breaking down, they're crashing, they they get robbed, their friends stole money, for all this bad stuff's happened to them. I don't want to be on that vibrational level. I cannot. I can't chill with you. I got to be on the vibration. That's why they always say millionaires hang out with millionaires, billionaires hang out with billionaires, because they're all on the same vibrational level, and they can't be brought down to another level. They can't lose that vibration. And I preach that all the time. Hang out with people that you want to become.
Yeah, but getting to that point, right? Cause you said I know you wasn't trying to be funny or not about broke people, but can you be a little bit more specific? Cause you know a lot of broke people are broke, but they're eventually gonna get to a level of having money. You know what I mean? But I know what you're saying. Can you just explain it a little better for the
Okay, I was broke.
Because
I
I
come
know what you're saying.
I
Like
I
I've
come
been
from
broke as hell 100 million times. You know what I mean?
broke
But
as
I
hell.
I
But
always get back on my feet.
the problem is broke people, including myself when I was broke, they do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That's the definition of insanity. If you're broke every single week and you spend money every single week and you make the same amount of money every single week, how the hell aren't you going to be broke if the same result at the end of the week is you have no money?
Yeah.
So eventually you have to say, I need to change my financial behavior. I need to change my behavior if I'm going to be able to have some sort of money to whether I'm going to invest or whether I'm going to buy a rental property or whatever the case.
Yeah.
So the problem with broke people is they do the same behavior every month.
And
They're
they
broke
expect
every
different
month,
results. I get
and they
I
expect
agree with that.
results, but they
Yes.
don't change their behavior ever. They don't read a book. They don't
Yeah.
go to a class. They learn from their broke ass parents how to handle money, and then boom, it's another generation of broke people.
That's
Why
facts.
is it? Why is it that rich people can have a son that's dumb as hell, but he learns all the rich people techniques, how to invest in a rental property, how to live off the income, how to buy
Yes.
another rental property. He's the dumbest mofo, but he got 20 rental properties and he's living his best life. And me and you are going to work every day for a paycheck,
Yeah.
paying 30
Yeah.
taxes. So it's not about being smart. It's about learning
It
to
is
tap
not, man.
wealth.
I spoke about that in my first episode in
Yep.
podcast. I was talking of about real estate. You don't have to be rich to invest in that, but that's a different subject. But
Right.
yeah, I agree, man. I mean, it's a lot of people they be chilling with the negative friends. They
Yep.
joke about you in a negative way, and then like you said, it's like a vibration, man. You know what I mean? So they gotta change that, man.
And it's
That's
funny when people get on the same vibration, they could be enemies forever. Forever, bro. They could always be clicking heads. But once they get on the same vibration, they become like brother and sister or brother and brother. It's amazing, man, how it happens.
yeah.
And it happens all the time. You get
And
two people that bump heads, all of a sudden they invest in real estate, and now all of a sudden they best friends and they partners in crime. Now they buying real estate together. They're living their best life together,
and a lot
because
of
they're
people
on
too.
vibration.
Yes, that's correct, man.
Yep.
Vibration, man.
And that's what meditation is, a reset, so you can pull the vibrations out of the sky that you want in your body. You're the controller of your future. You're the master of your universe. And all the metaphysics, the fourth dimension, science right now is figuring all this stuff out. And the yogis have known it for thousands of years, man. And you can do all this anxiety. You can control your anxiety. You can control your depression through breathing exercises. Go to YouTube and just do yogic breathing exercises. You'll see hundreds of videos. You could sit there and just learn how to be a yoga breathing master, man, and change your life and allow beautiful vibration and energy to come into your body. And all of a sudden, your life changes. All of a sudden, good shit starts happening to you than always bad shit. All of a sudden, you're watching YouTube videos about, books you should be reading about real estate or building wealth or investing in the market. And you're like, so instead of watching rap videos or watching, people investing in Jordans and cars, which depreciate, you're watching rich guys that say, don't buy a car, take the bus and buy a rental property and then use the income off the rental property to buy a car. Dude, that's a mindset. That's a
Yes.
mindset. But you got to get yourself in that vibration to even know that energy is out there, to even know the knowledge to do that.
Yo, that's awesome. How about the gym? And do you recommend the gym for like to break out of depression or anxiety or not?
Absolutely. All the science shows that if you get a quick 18-minute workout, I think it's 9 to 18 minutes, go to the gym, do bench, do deadlifts, do squats, boom, 18 minutes, it changes your life. It changes your blood pressure. It changes, the hormones in your body. It decreases your blood sugar, which stops you from storing fat. I mean, all the science is there. Absolutely. Work out every day, even if it's just push-ups when you wake up in the morning or doing jumping jacks at the end of your bed. Do something. If you're sitting on the couch, do push-ups while you're watching TV. It's very easy to work out. I mean, prisoners do it in a 4x6 cell. They come out jacked as hell.
Yeah, that's
How
true.
does come out jacked as hell? Because he's doing calisthenics in a freaking 4x6 cell. If he can do that, you can do a couple push-ups while you're watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah, that's facts, man.
Yep.
How you feel about therapists? A lot of people don't want to deal with a therapist. They're like, wow, why should I talk about to a therapist when they have more problems? You know what I mean? That's like that was my mentality back in the days. And I also know a friend of mine. He went to their couples therapy with his wife, and the therapist was trying to get with his wife here. You know what I mean? How you feel about therapy, man? I mean,
I think therapist is like anything. You got to find the right therapist, kind of like finding the right doctor, kind of like finding the right jujitsu guy, right? You can go to a gym and some freaking jujitsu guy could really be a karate guy and he doesn't even know jujitsu, and all of a sudden you think you're learning jujitsu, you ain't learning shit. So you got to vet your therapist, get recommendations from friends. Oh, I got a great therapist. Go see him and see if you're vibing, see if you're on the same vibration. And therapists are educated. They have great techniques to get you to move your brain past certain issues. And I think it's the same thing with meditation. A therapist is kind of like it's like somebody teaching you meditation. Everything comes down to meditation.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
teaching you techniques how to get your mind around past trauma. You got to get around, oh, your daddy, beat you when you were a kid, or you got molested by your babysitter and you're holding on to that resentment. They teach you techniques to get past that and move on to your best life.
yeah, yeah.
So I believe therapy is fantastic, but I also believe you could do it through meditation and through breathing exercises.
No, but that's facts, man. I know a lot of people. Oh, the next question I was gonna ask you, right? A lot of people, like for example, they got family members that ain't no good, but they be like, oh, but that's my family. Oh, that's my mom's. Oh, that's my sister. You know what I mean? But the
I'm gonna
sister,
give
the
you know
sister
who's
don't rob
that?
them. The cousin don't rob them. Everybody don't rob them, but
Yeah,
they act like they need to be loyal to those people that do you so dirty. You know what I mean? So
right.
how you feel about that? Like me, I used to be like that, but not anymore, man. If you're even if your family, friends, you did bad to me, I'm gonna cut you off. I don't hate you, because I don't hate nobody, but I
Right.
just cut you off. How you feel about that?
How I feel about that, it's funny because there's a group of people in the world. There's two groups of people. There's the poor and there's the wealthy. The poor always have that mentality, oh, that's your mama or that's your sister or that's your uncle or that's your yo. Wealthy people don't play that shit. Wealthy people, you do them dirty, whether it's in business, whether it's family, you're cut. Bro, I can't have that vibration follow me around. I'm not going to be building up my life while you're dragging me down, right? No. Whether it doesn't even matter race. Wealthy, poor. Poor people hang on to bad vibrations. They hang on to bad people. Oh, that's my uncle. I got to help him. No, you got a bad vibration that's sucking the life out of you, and you're going to allow it to suck the life out of you, and you're going to have a miserable experience until the day you wake up and you realize, oh, these people are dragging me down. Wealthy people don't play that shit. You fuck them over, you're gone. It doesn't
Yes.
matter. You're gone because they are on to bigger and better things every time. I'm buying an apartment building. Or no, I'm buying a 3-family. Then I'm buying a 6-family. Then I'm buying a 24 unit. Then I'm buying a freaking building in New York City. Like, they don't got time for their uncle that's on crack or their cousin or their brother that robbed them of $6,000. No, you got your 6 grand. You're out of my life, bro. I got no
Yes.
time for you. So
That's correct.
there's a wealthy mentality and there's a poor mentality. And for some reason, people get stuck in that poor mentality vibration and they wonder why their life sucks.
One more thing. Like I said, I don't hate nobody. Somebody did you dirty in life, right? For whatever reason, because people do change, right? For
Yep.
whatever reason, that person that did you dirty, they change their life around, right? They go to church, they're trying to become a better person. When is it okay to forgive that person that hurt you or did you dirty at one point? You know,
You always forgive, but you never trust. Right?
even if
You
they change their life around.
forgive. Hey, Julio, you robbed me of $6,000. I love you. I forgive you. But we ain't doing business together, man.
Yeah.
You want to go get you want to go get some nachos and salsa, chicken wings? I'm cool with that. I'll even pay for dinner.
So
But we ain't
you don't believe in second chances?
I don't believe that somebody that robbed me, damn it. My bad. I
That's all
don't
right.
believe that somebody that robbed me is going to be on my vibrational level to do business with.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I forgive. I don't forget. I'm not
Okay.
doing business with somebody that I already know is going to rob me. I'm not
Okay.
doing it. And then when it happens again, then what? Now I just lost a 24-unit apartment building? Nah, I'm good. But I'll get chicken wings and salsa with you.
So you forgive depending on what was it? Like if it's
No,
robbing.
no, I forgive, but we ain't doing business together.
Yes.
No, you already proved yourself as a dishonest whatever. I'm happy for you that you changed. I want good for you in your life. I want you to flourish, but we're not going to commingle. I already learned my lesson. God showed me what you were. I need to move on. I'm
But
good.
a lot of relationships, right? They've been through whatever. Um, they broke up for 6 months, a year, whatever, right? Somehow they want to work out because they got two kids. They want to work it out, right? For whatever reason, they work it out, and it works out. Everything is fine. I mean, that person might have forget, but they probably obviously didn't forget, right? What they did or whatever.
Right.
But they live happily ever after.
I
So
don't, I
that's
don't,
part of forgiveness right there.
I don't know those people.
I know a few. I know a few, man.
Well, then
Yeah.
good on them. I know a few
But like
people
you
that
said, I
I
also
know a
know
few
people that
people
won
that
the
won the
lottery.
lottery, but I still invest.
That's correct, man. Hey, listen, man. Thank you for this interview. I hope we can educate as many people as we can. I hope to have you soon in the Guzman Real Talk podcast. Myself, I learned a few things from you, that I really didn't know. And appreciate you, brother. One last thing you want to say, man?
If anybody wants to check me out, I'm on Instagram, Rosario BJJ. Um, you could check me out there. If anybody's interested in learning jiu-jitsu, I give private lessons. I teach out of Manchester and Avon. Yeah, man, if you want to have any conversations, I'm a Brazilian jiu-jitsu master. I'm really into finance. I'm into getting people out of debt and living debt-free. Apparently, I'm becoming an expert at divorce proceedings. So anything people want to know about, we can talk about, man.
Yeah, but you can't talk about that, unfortunately, because you're not divorced yet. But yeah, man, thanks a lot. Appreciate you. One advice to somebody that's going through anxiety or depression before we end this episode.
Meditate, bro. Learn meditation. Go on YouTube. Do guided meditations. The first time I did a guided meditation, I felt like it was 30 minutes and it was like 4 minutes, bro. And I couldn't believe how good my brain felt when it released. All this negative energy was gone and my brain was fresh. And then I was like, you know what? I'm living the rest of my life like this. I ain't living how I used to live, bro. I can't do it. And from that day forward, I started changing as a human being.
Okay. Awesome, brother. Thank you. Thanks a lot, man. Luis Rosario. This is Julio Guzman, the Guzman Real Talk Podcast, episode 2. Thank you very much, people. Hope you enjoyed it.